Good evening. Okay, so I'm gonna start by the way, I'm Erica po pala, second year nursing student. Ayan. So, start tayo. Introduce ko muna si One Nurse. So, you can type One Nurse, like, ayan, yung, as in One Nurse sa any app, like, Play Store or App Store. Or if naka-laptop kayo, pwede rin naman sa website. Or sa iPad, like here. Pero kasi kapag app dito, parang phone type siya. So, maliit. Tapos, you will just log in using your email account. And then, merong pa free trial if you just want to try it first. Ganyan. Tapos, ayun. Ang kailangan mo lang is mag-sign up. Tapos, start free trial na. Tapos, meron ka ng review for 150 plus NLE questions on practice mode. Tapos, yung 1 month natin, ayan. So, merong live practice questions, live flashcards, and learning quiz cards. So, 3 months and 6 months naman, same lang sila. Ito yung best for this May NLE 2025 takers. So, ang nadagdag lang is meron yang all audio and video recorded lectures of previous classes. Tapos, if you subscribe sa 6 months package natin, pwede kayo makakuha ng 500 peso discount using our code Latiners. Ayun. Tas, ayan guys, meron pa final coaching classes pala this April 21 to April 25. So, ipapractice ka, nursing practice 1 to nursing practice 5 na siya. From 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pag nag-subscribe ka sa 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. Yan. So, ayan. Kapag nakapag-ano na kayo, log in na kayo, ayan, dito kayo mapupunta. Ay, nawala. Diyan kayo mapupunta. And then, you just click start learning. Tapos, ayan, mayroong nursing concepts and then board exam. So, dito lang tayo sa concepts. So, mayroon na siyang 6 subjects. Community health, funda, maternal, mental health, Palmer, and med-surg. So, anong subject gusto niyo tonight? Or I can choose. Ayan. So, what subject? MS and CHN. Sige. Start tayo sa CHN. CHN muna. Or MS muna. I'm so sorry. Okay, sige. Dito muna tayo. So, you can follow pala One Nurse sa mga social media account para updated kayo sa mga posts niya. Lalo sa FB, they post like mga announcements, promos, ganyan. Okay, so for number 1, COPAR, or Community Organizing Participatory Action Research, recognizes people's participation as a tool for community development. It aims to transform the apathetic, individualistic, and voiceless poor into dynamic, participatory, and politically responsive community. Arrange the activities of community organizing as a continuous, sustained process for community development. A. Organization, education, mobilization. B. Organization, mobilization, education. C. Education, organization, mobilization. Or D. Education, mobilization, organization. Mahaba-haba siya. Okay, we have letter A. Okay. Try natin yung iba. Pwede na siguro. Okay, so C ang answer daw. Why? So, community organizing as a continuous sustained process for community development involves the process of education, organization, and mobilization. So, ayun daw. Next. In cases of water contamination, which microorganism is primarily monitored? A. Vibrio cholerae. B. Escherichia coli or E. coli. C. Entamoeba histolytica. Or D. coliform bacteria. Okay, wait lang. Ano ba? Okay, we have E. So it's correct. So Escherichia coli is commonly used as an indicator of fecal contamination in water, while Vibrio cholerae and Entamoeba histolytica are important pathogens. E. coli is a standard indicator of water safety. So, when handling sensitive information about families in the community, which ethical principle should nurse May prioritize to ensure she respects the privacy of her patients? A. Justice. B. Beneficence. C. Confidentiality. Or D. Fair treatment. Okay, C. Dali lang nun. So, confidentiality is crucial in protecting patients' private information and ensuring it is not disclosed without consent. So, Lisa is administering ORS to her 4-year-old child who has diarrhea and has recently vomited. What is the best advice you can give Lisa to manage this situation? So, A. Take the child to the nearest hospital for further evaluation. B. Bring the child to the health center for intravenous fluid therapy. C. Take the child to the health center for a physician's assessment. Or D. Allow the child to rest for 10 minutes, then continue administering ORS slowly. Okay, we have letter D. Okay. D is correct. So, if the child vomits, it's advisable to let them rest briefly and then continue administering ORS slowly to prevent further vomiting. So, you are conducting an investigation into a recent outbreak of a disease in your community. What is the main goal of this epidemiologic investigation? So, A, to determine the cause of the outbreak. B, to gain community support and cooperation. C, to identify at-risk groups. Or D, to map the geographical spread of the disease. Okay, don't spam po. Para makita din natin yung answer ng iba. So, A is correct. So, nakita ko may nag-answer ng A eh. Galing Ate Maya Bells. Hello. So, the primary aim of an epidemiologic investigation is to identify the source of or cause of the outbreak to implement effective control measures. So, freedom of choice is one of the principles in the family planning program of the Philippines. Which of the following nursing actions illustrates this principle? A. Encouraging couples to take family planning as a joint responsibility. B. Providing support for research and development in family planning methods. C. Disseminating information about the need for family planning. Or D. Providing adequate information for couples regarding the different family planning methods. Wait lang guys. So D is correct. So to enable the couple to choose freely among different methods of family planning, they must be given full information regarding the different methods that are available for them, considering the availability of quality services that can support their choice. Okay. In your role as a public health nurse, which type of contact with the family will provide you with the most comprehensive insight into their daily interactions and dynamics? So A. Clinic consultation. B. Group conference. C. Home visit. Or D. Written communication. Okay. So, home visits allow nurses to observe family dynamics and living conditions firsthand, providing a deeper understanding of the family's health needs and challenges. Next. So, a nurse observes that a healthcare provider leaves a patient's room without performing hand hygiene. What is the most appropriate action for the nurse to take? So A. Report the provider to the infection control department. B. Offer the provider alcohol-based hand sanitizer. C. Provide the provider with information about upcoming hand hygiene services. Or D. Remind the provider about the importance of hand hygiene. Ayan. Okay. So, D is wrong. B is correct. Why? So, offering alcohol-based hand sanitizer is a direct and practical way to address the immediate lapse in hand hygiene. It provides an opportunity for the provider to correct the oversight without causing confrontation, or disrupting workflow. So next, ELISA stands for A enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay, B enzyme linkages injected solution assay, C enzyme-linked injected sorbent assay, or D enzyme-linked immunosolvent assay. So don't forget to share the live guys with your friends, classmates, batchmates, ganyan. So para may kasabay kayo mag-review, no? Okay, A daw. Okay. So A is correct. So enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay is based on the principle of antigen-antibody interaction. ELISA is also used for the diagnosis of AIDS. Next, you will not give DP2 if the mother says that the infant had A. Seizures a day after DPT1, B. Fever for 3 days after DPT1, C. Abscess formation after DPT1, and D. Local tenderness for 3 days after DPT1. The diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus. Okay. A is correct. So, seizures within 3 days after administration of DPT is an indication of hypersensitivity to pertussis vaccine, a component of DPT. So, this is considered a specific contraindication to subsequent doses of DPT. Next, a nurse is focusing on ways to enhance public health by preventing diseases, extending life expectancy, and improving overall health and effectiveness. Which approach should the nurse primarily use to achieve these goals? A. Utilizing disease surveillance tools and health statistics. B. Assessing the spread and frequency of illnesses. C. Advocating for political and socioeconomic reforms. Or D. Implementing structured community health initiatives. Okay, so we have letter D, A, B. Okay, so D is correct. D ang correct answer, guys. May nag-answer ng B ata eh. So, organized community efforts are crucial for addressing public health concerns effectively, including disease prevention, health promotion, and improving overall health outcomes. So, next. As a community health nurse, you are tasked with leading a community organizing initiative to address a local health concern. What is the primary objective of community organizing? A. To educate the people regarding community health problems. B. To mobilize the people to resolve community health problems. C. To maximize the community's resources in dealing with health problems. Or D. To develop community resilience, and self-reliance in health matters. Ayan, B, B. B ba ang answer? D pala. So, D ang correct answer. So, the main goal of community organizing is to build the community's ability to address health issues independently. This involves mobilizing resources and encouraging self-reliance to effectively manage health problems. Next. In developing a community health program aimed at controlling sexually transmitted diseases or STDs, which approach is most appropriate? A. Conduct mass screening of all individuals in a community. B. Identify and locate potential sources of infection. C. Provide treatment for individuals diagnosed with STDs. Or D. Isolate individuals who are suspected of having STDs. Ayan, letter A. Okay, so B ang answer daw. Why? So, effective STD control involves identifying sources of infection to prevent further spread. While treatment and screening are important, locating and addressing sources of infection is crucial for controlling outbreaks. Ayan. Next, in an effort to reduce dengue fever cases in the community, Nurse Roberts is considering various strategies. Which of the following actions would be the most effective in preventing more incidences of dengue infection? A. Promoting healthy, nutritious food. B. Burning of leaves and garbage. C. Eliminating mosquito breeding sites. Or D. Encouraging adequate rest and sleep. So, yes, of course, B. Ay, C pala. So, removing or managing the breeding sites of mosquitoes is crucial in preventing dengue fever, as it directly addresses the source of the virus transmission. Next, a local health department is tracking the occurrence of a new infectious disease in a community. They are specifically looking at the rate of new cases that have appeared within the last 6 months. What is the rate being measured? A. Prevalence rate. B. Attack rate. C. Incidence rate. Or D. Crude birth rate. Ayan. Prevalence rate. So, C daw, incidence rate. Why? So, the incidence rate measures the number of new cases of a disease that occur within a specified time period, such as 6 months. It is used to assess the risk of new acute diseases in a population. Next, as a community health nurse, you are preparing an educational session for a healthcare workers on the composition of different vaccines. Which vaccine contains components derived from RNA recombinants? So A, measles, B, tetanus toxoid, C, hepatitis B vaccine, or D, DPT, diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus. Okay. So we have letter B and letter D. So C ang sagot. The hepatitis B vaccine is derived from recombinant DNA technology, which involves the RNA recombinants. While other vaccines like measles, tetanus toxoids, and DPT have different preparation methods. So next, you're involved in a community health screening program designed to identify malnutrition in children. What type of prevention is Operation Timbang classified as? A. Primary, B. Secondary, C. Intermediate, or D. Tertiary? B is correct. So, Operation Timbang is a secondary prevention effort aimed at identifying malnourished children early to ensure prompt treatment and management. Uy, haba. So, Tommy, a 3-year-old boy weighing 14.5 kilograms, is brought to the health center by his mother because he has been unwell for the past 2 days. He complained of ear pain last night and has been crying. He has no general danger signs, no cough, difficulty breathing, or diarrhea, and his temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. The health worker observes a tender swelling behind his left ear, but there is no pus draining from the ear. If Tommy had pus draining from his ear for 15 days without ear pain and instead showed tenderness behind the ear, he would be classified under A. Acute ear infection, B. Chronic ear infection, C. Mastoiditis, or D. No ear infection. So your answer is chronic ear infection, which is correct. So persistent pus drainage over 15 days without acute pain points to a chronic ear infection, whereas mastoiditis would involve more acute symptoms and tenderness. Next, a community health nurse is reviewing the guidelines from her IMCI manual to ensure proper care for childhood illnesses, which principle is not included in the IMCI approach. So A, all sick children must be routinely assessed for major symptoms. B, a combination of individual signs leads to a child's diagnosis. C, the IMCI guidelines address most but not all of the major reasons a sick child is brought to a clinic. Or D, the guidelines under IMCI do not describe the management of trauma or other acute emergencies due to accidents or injuries. Okay, we have letter D. ang correct answer. So, IMCI guidelines emphasize assessing and managing children based on major symptoms rather than a combination of individual signs. The approach focuses on identifying and addressing the most significant health concerns rather than piecemeal diagnosis. Next, which section of the Disaster Management Act of 2005 mandates the government to formulate a state disaster management plan? So, A, Section 45, B, Section 24, Section 23, or Section 32. Ayan, D daw. Pero hindi sure. Okay lang yan. A, B, C, D. So, C ang correct answer. So, Section 23 of the Disaster Management Act of 2005 mandates the government to formulate a disaster management plan. It is a step toward developing a common understanding and perspective on the holistic situation of hazards, risks, and vulnerability in a state. Next, during a routine prenatal checkup, a client asks if she can deliver her baby at home. After reviewing her medical history and conducting a physical examination, you advise against a home delivery. Which of the following findings is a significant reason for recommending a hospital delivery instead? So A, she has had 5 pregnancies and 3 previous deliveries. B, she exhibits some signs of anemia. C, her blood pressure is within normal range, 130/80. Or D, the baby is positioned head down or cephalic presentation. Okay. So, let's wait. Ayan, A is correct. So, women with multiple previous pregnancies are generally advised to deliver in a hospital or birthing facility to ensure appropriate care and management during labor and delivery, as higher risk conditions are more likely with multiple pregnancies. So, as a common health nurse assigned to a new neighborhood, how would you go about understanding the community's health needs? A. Focus on the community's overall health status. B. Conduct a thorough community diagnosis to identify specific health needs and issues. C. Utilize the community's existing resources to provide services. Or D. Set priorities based on the severity of health problems identified. So B is correct. Conducting a community diagnosis helps you understand the specific health needs and challenges of the community, which is essential for effective planning and intervention. So when a child or infant is brought to the clinic for a health checkup, the nurse's first step should be to check for danger signs. Which of the following is not a danger sign that should be assessed? A. Is the child able to swallow or breastfeed? B. Has the child experienced convulsions? C. Does the child vomit everything consumed? Or D. Is the child urinating frequently? So D is correct. So while the frequency of urination may be important in some contexts, it is considered one of the primary danger signs in the initial assessment under IMCI guidelines. Next, as a public health nurse working in a community health program, what would be considered the most distinguishing characteristic of your role? A. Providing home care to patients who are not hospitalized. B. Offering services to people within the community at no cost. C. Collaborating with a team to deliver public health services. Or D. Focusing primarily on preventive measures rather than treating existing illnesses. Hello po. Hello, honors. Thank you dahil sa inyo. Nakapasa ako last November. Self-review lang po ako dati. Wow! Congrats po. RN ka na. Ayan guys. Meron na tayong Kaya kayo din mag-subscribe na kayo sa Wonders. So, ayan. Tama. So, the most prominent feature of public health nursing is its focus on prevention rather than treatment, aiming to avert diseases before they occur. Now, nagtatrabaho na ako sa ward nurse. Good luck sa inyo po. Wow, congrats po. Kaya guys, mag-subscribe na rin kayo kay Wonders. ML lang. May 1 month lang. Yes po, meron pong 1 month lang. So, pakita ko lang na mabilis yung packages. Ayan. So, pag download nyo siya, meron namang free trial, 7 days. Pero, ang practice questions lang siya. Tapos, ito yung 1 month natin. So, ang 1 month natin is 1,599. Meron ng live practice questions, live flashcards, and learning quiz cards. Tapos yung 3 months, mas maganda kasi meron na yung all audio and video recorded lectures of previous classes. Tapos this April 21 to 25, meron silang final coaching classes. April 21 to 25. Pag nag-subscribe kayo sa 3 months. So, next. And last for CHN, Crisostomo, a 40-year-old employee, has been complaining of difficult, painful urination for almost a week now. He saw some fresh blood in his urine but was afraid to see a physician. Instead, he went to his neighbor, who is a herbalist, After a week, his condition worsened and his wife brought him to a community health clinic. A community wife brought him to a community clinic. A community clinic does primary care for patients. Most often, the one who manages this is which of the following: physician, barangay health workers, nurse, or midwife. So, eto, ano yung question? Kasali na po doon ng final coaching sa 3 months po. So, from April 21 to 25, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Ayan. Sabi, everyday po ako nagsasagot niyan at with rationale pa talaga. Love it. Kilingan niyo. Yes po. Yun nga po ang maganda kasi may kita mo na kung bakit yun yung answer, bakit kamali sa naging answer mo, ganyan. So, na-explain na rin sa'yo. And may mga ibang topics pa here na hindi naman naturo, pero nasasagutan mo. So, parang napafamiliarize ka na. Physician is correct. So, primary care clinics are often established by a physician. Primary care is a key process in a health system that provides promotive, protective, preventive, curative, rehabilitative, and palliative services throughout the life course. So, ito po yung itsura ng ito pala. Yan yung So, may final coaching classes sa April 21 to 25, and then yung mga mga top notchers guys is yung magtuturo sa inyo. So, 6, ayan na, nursing process 1 to 5. Yes po, message nyo po ang One Nurse sa TikTok page for more, para pag may mga questions pa kayo, para mas detailed ma-explain sa inyo. Okay, so next. Med-surg tayo. Tapos ayan na siya guys, meron ng iba-ibang subjects with 1,000 plus na questions. App po siya. Pwede nyo po siyang i-download sa App Store or sa Play Store. Ay, Palmer. Sige. Ayan, everyday daw, 100 items yung nasasagutan niya per NP. Sobrang sulit ng babayaran. Halos complete na lahat doon. Yes, guys. Tapos may enhance pa yung yung mga natutunan nyo. Parang mare-retain siya. Thank you po, Nurse A, for sharing. Ayan. So, number 1, which of the following actions is appropriate if Jaya conducts a 6-month performance review session with a staff member? A. She asks another nurse to attest the session as a witness. B. She informs the staff that she may ask another nurse to read the appraisal before the session is over. C. She tells the staff that the session is manager-centered. Or D. The session is private between the two members. Pwede na ba mag-avail for SPLE June? I think po Pwede naman yung 3 months. Yes, pwede po. Kasi, etong app naman na po natin, pwede mo naman siyang i-open anytime, anywhere. Pwede ka mag-answer. One Nurse po. One Nurse app po siya. Sana na guys, sana na-answer niya for number 1. You can type One Nurse sa App Store, sa Play Store, ganyan. Para ma-download niya siya. As in one, tas nurse. Uy, nasa na yung nag-request ng ng Palmer? Nanguhula na lang ako dito. Pwede naman po kayo mag-free trial, but yes po. If you want like 1 month access, ganyan, 1 month subscription, 3 months, ito. Pero meron ding free trial. Pag sa 6 months po kayo nag-subscribe, ayun, pwede kayo makuha ng 500 peso discount using our code LATINERS. For 6 months po siya. Yes po. Yes, thank you po. So, D ang correct answer. So, the 6-month performance review session is conducted privately between the manager and the staff member. And the information discussed during the session is kept confidential and not shared with others. So next, to analyze and interpret her findings, Nurse Carmi compares her results with previous research on the same topic. Where in her study is this process primarily carried out? So A, statement of the problem, B, related literature and studies, C, conceptual framework of the study, or D, theoretical framework of the study. Okay, correct. So, reviewing related literature and studies help to contextualize and compare new findings with existing research, providing a comprehensive understanding of the research topic. So, next, a nurse is guiding new lactating mothers. Which of the following actions is inappropriate according to the milk code? So, A, recommending a specific brand of milk to new lactating mothers. B, teaching alternative methods of artificial feeding if breastfeeding isn't feasible. C, seeking donations from milk companies to provide milk to disaster victims, or D. encouraging mothers to breastfeed their infants. So A is correct. So the milk code prohibits promoting specific brands of milk to avoid commercial influence on feeding choices and to support breastfeeding as the preferred method. Okay, so next. Melinda, a member of the research team, previously worked in the reproductive health center health clinic of the OPD. The clinic nurses were trained to use a specific method for maintaining sterile pickup forceps instead of using disinfectant solutions. They kept the forceps in a dry, sterile container after use and used a new set daily. The practice of maintaining sterility in this manner was based on A. Trial and error, B. Scientific method, C. Consulting expert, or D. Tradition. Okay, we have B, C, A, B, B. Ayan, B. So, D ang correct answer. So, the practice of using dry, sterile containers and replacing forceps daily has been established and maintained as a traditional practice in the clinic. So, next. After the establishment of the new performance improvement department at Zamora Medical Center, Ms. Cruz assumes the role of quality control officer. Fully dedicated to her new position, she initiates the planning of strategies aimed at achieving the department's goals and objectives. What is one primary task that they should undertake to establish an effective control system? A. Identify the values of the department. B. Make an interpretation about strengths and weaknesses. C. Measures actual performances. Or D. Identify structure, process, outcome, standards, and criteria. Ayan, letter D. So, A ang correct. So, why? So, identify the values of the department daw. So, determine the values of the department will establish as guiding principles to govern its activities. Next. Which criteria relate to the research instrument's capability to identify subtle distinctions among the subjects being studied? So, A. Sensitivity, B. Reliability, C. Objectivity, or D. Validity. Okay. Ayan. D, D. So, A ang correct answer. So, sensitivity is a characteristic of the instrument that enables respondents to perceive and differentiate between the various options available for selection. Next, Angelica is a nurse researcher in a tertiary hospital. She is to conduct a research on the effects of structured discharge plan for post-open heart surgery patients. Which of the following questions would help ascertain the construct validity of the instrument? A. What is the instrument really measuring? B. How representative are the questions on the on this test of the universe of questions on this topic? C. Does the question asked looks as though it is measuring the appropriate construct? Or D. Does the instrument correlate highly with an external criteria? Ayan. So A is correct. So the purpose of construct validity is to establish what the instrument is truly measuring. The more abstract the concept being measured, the more challenging it becomes to accurately assess the construct. Next, Nurse Maria is conducting a study on ICU patients and wants to understand how different factors affect their recovery. In her research question, what is the effect of noise levels on post-operative pain or blood pressure fluctuations on ICU patients? The independent variable is blood pressure, ICU patients, noise levels, or post-operative pain. Ayan. ba ako sa screen? Rinig niyo ako? Okay. So, see. Ayan. So, tama. So, magalaw ba? Ay, hindi pala nakakonect. Ayan. So, tama yung answer nyo. So, the independent, wait lang ah. So, the independent variable is the one that is manipulated, categorized, to observe its effects on their effect on postoperative pain and blood pressure fluctuations. Next. Ayan, wait lang guys ah. Ayaw nung camera. So, ayun. Okay, so we have two answers. Okay, C ang correct. So, organizational structure serves as a framework that outlines the relationships between different units and departments as well as the channels of communication within the health facility. Next, as a young manager, so Julia acknowledges that conflict is a common occurrence in any organization. Which of the following statements that conflict is not accurate? So A can be destructive if the level is too high. B, it is not beneficial. C, hence it should be prevented at all times. C may result in poor performance. Or D, may create leaders. Wait nga lang. Ayan, ano answer nyo guys? So B is correct. So conflicts can be beneficial as they bring underlying issues to the surface and provide an opportunity for resolution. Additionally, the team members may become more diligent in their work when they are aware that their peers are observing them. Next, in applying the ethical principle of beneficence, what should be the primary focus of Nurse Jackie's actions? Correct. So beneficence involves acting in ways that promote the well-being of patients and doing good in all professional actions. Next, wait lang guys. So, Senior Nurse Reese is planning to revisit and implement a change in the management system for the obstetric unit. This would be a pilot unit as planned by the administration. Many problems have occurred, one of which is the present documentation system. And the charge nurse determines that the change is required. What should be the initial step in the process of change for the senior nurse? Set goals and priorities regarding the change process, plan strategies and implement the change, identify potential solutions and strategies for the change, or identify the efficiency. Ayan. So, A is the correct answer. So, ay, ang haba eh. Ayan. So, screenshot nyo na lang guys. Okay. Next, Nurse Dawn conducted a health teaching and about proper diet and nutrition during pregnancy to a group of second trimester mothers. Nurse Dawn is providing care based on the principle of beneficence, non-maleficence, justice, or autonomy. A is correct. So, beneficence is the principle of doing good or any good actions toward the patient. By doing this good action, this will result to improved health outcomes or wellness. Next, which of the following demonstrates that Nurse Jonna is participating in critical thinking? So A, Nurse Jonna admits that she does not know how to do a procedure and requests for help. B, Nurse Jonna makes her point. Wait lang guys. So, A pala. Ay, ano ba yan? Answer niya yan? Or natabunan? Ayan. What is the most important nursing intervention when caring for a newly admitted client receiving a blood transfusion? So ayun, thank you guys for joining tonight. I'll be going live tomorrow again. So ayun, bye-bye.